Hello, young or old here, and welcome to my channel. Now today I want to talk about how our life changes with retirement and how I beat the boredom. Stay tuned and watch the intro. I actually reached retirement age in a few months, but if you've watched my channel before, you may know that I've sort of been semi-retired now for about 15 years. I don't think I'll fully retire, as I've got a few customers that I still deal with, like to meet up with. Now, I've been married to my second wife for 10 years, but she still works longest shifts, and she has a lot of weekend work, and as far as I can see, she's got no intention of stopping. The result of this means I tend to spend a lot of time on my own, which could result in boredom. Now, we all choose what we want to do, and it's down to the individual to choose what they want to do. But I refuse to become a fan of daytime TV and sit there watching that until the pub opens. If that's what you want, then fine. But it's just not for me. Now my wife has just been on a trip to New York to see the Christmas lights and do the shopping thing. I declined to go as I don't like shopping or Christmas. So I stayed at home and decorated the downstairs wash/utility room. I used to love decorating, but that passion seems to have now gone. In fact, it was just a pain to do, but it needed doing. The only plus was the weather was so bad I couldn't have really gone out much on the bike anyway, so just put on some music and get on with the job. Both my stepsons run a gardening and landscaping business. Well, they do all the work, but I tend to run the firm and deal with all the accounts like VAT, invoicing, payroll, etc. Now this does take a fair amount of time, but I really enjoy it, and it's good to see the business grow, pardon the pun, and it's about giving them some of the experience that I have gained over the years. It also helps with the phrase, "Sorry darling, I can't wash the conservatory windows today as I've got the lad's VAT return to do." She knows her son's firm is important to them, and I need to be on top of things. On the subject of giving, I like to give some time to the motorcycle training scheme I volunteer for. I've gained so much from riding bikes, and if I can give time to help others do it, then that's great in my book. However, I have stopped doing CBTs now, as it's a long hard day on my aging knees, and I've also lost faith in the powers that are the DVSA and their silly decisions and rules. I tend now to assist in training of new instructors and doing trial ride sessions for people considering to learn to ride, and also what we call a back to biking, offering refresher sessions to people who have a licence but have not ridden for years. A lot of these are mature riders, so we're on the same wavelength. I like to try and be creative. I enjoy doing things like that. I wish I could draw or paint, but I don't seem to have those skills. I decided to have a go at having a YouTube channel dealing with most things motorcycle, but not mechanics, sadly, because I've got no skills in that area. It would have been nice to see my channel grow, and if it does, it does, and if it don't, I'll still carry on regardless. I do enjoy making the content, even editing the hours of footage to create the video. I find that enjoyable. I like to learn how to do new things, and just sitting down messing around with a new editing software package is challenging and rewarding. I would imagine most of the vloggers are the same as me, in the fact that we're always researching into new mics, helmets, cameras, to help us make better quality content. But even this takes up a fair amount of time, which I actually find it's better researching this on the computer than sitting watching TV. It makes me go out for a ride just to capture more footage that I can use at some point. But on a nice day, it's so much better than decorated. I find that what gives me the most pleasure from YouTube is the good comments I receive from viewers. And then when I get to meet some of them at Huggies, that's brilliant. It's just great to put a face to the comment. Wednesday mornings I do try to keep free as it's Huggies Day. It's great to have a ride and drop in there for breakfast. Or we go to Hall Park first and then go to Huggies for a bit of lunch. Even when the winter's here, we still go there, but we just go in the car. It's still a chance to get out just for a couple of hours and meet your group of friends there. Retirement for me gives me the freedom to get more out on the bike. Unlike the years I spent working 6 days a week and then hoping Sunday would be fine just so I can go out. And then you face the disappointment should Sunday be chucking it down with rain. And the thought of having to wait another week before I can go out again. I would like to tour more than I currently do, but alas, my wife still works and I don't ever see her stopping. She works all kinds of strange hours, but hopefully I plan to do a bit of motor camping or just a couple of nights B&B breaks on my own, just to give me a chance to make a video of it. At least I will be able to choose whether I go during the week or on a weekend. Boredom is not a good thing. It's not good for our mental well-being. Now I know this from experience during the lockdowns. I often see an old school friend who's always standing outside one of the local pubs at lunchtime, just waiting for it to open. He has nothing to do with any of the old crowd nowadays. He just looks old, lifeless. Now I don't know whether he chose this existence or it chose him, but I think it's just a waste of what life we have left, just to stand every day waiting for the pub to open. As I've said before, we all have choices to make. I don't think it matters what we do, as long as it keeps us moving about and engaging our brains. I can understand people playing golf during retirement. At least you get out, get some fresh air, some exercise, some company, and it's an interest. Some I know even go away on golfing holidays, and that's great. I do like a bit of fly fishing, although it's been some time since I went, but I'll never part with my rods, etc., as I certainly will go again at some point. I just hire a boat, use my electric outboard motor to navigate whatever reservoir I'm fishing on. So all these interests, they basically exercise the brain, they keep us going. There's no saying if you don't use it, you lose it. When it comes to physical health, I suppose that's my letdown. Since the lockdowns and I couldn't go to Weight Watchers, I've put quite a bit of weight back on. But my New Year's resolution is to sort of get that sorted out. My stepson has actually built a really nice gym at the top of the garden, and membership for me will be free. So I do plan to sort of get up there and use some of the equipment and just try and keep everything moving a bit better. So it doesn't really matter what we do, as long as we do something. And don't forget, this is the time of our life that we've worked for so many years. So why waste it? I think about the people I know who never made it to retirement, and what would they be doing now? My stepdad would be gardening and building even more sheds, whereas others would be out riding with the rest of us and enjoying their bikes. So I hope you've enjoyed this content. If you do, please do the ticks to like and subscribe, and as always, take care, ride safe, and bye for now.